Good kitten internet.
Meow.
Once more, we are cameraless because today is a holiday here in Denmark. It is Ascension Day, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, 40 days after Easter Day, which is a national holiday, which means nothing's open, so I still have not bought a USB webcam. So, yep. Let's go back to Misty. Right, we're half dead.
Yes, sir.
So, one thing I did want to mention before we start is that you may notice on the overlay I actually have highlighted the Ba cloak. I forgot to mention it when I did this last video, but I do have on the overlay the items that I specifically remember are required for the game, along with the council quests. They're just what I remember, though. I'm sure that there's some required items that I've completely forgotten about, and it's not including anything optional. So, like, none of the items for promotion quests, for an example. Anyway, we were going to go town portal hopping.
Yeah. We did pick up the quest for...
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
We have Albert Newton's quests. It's unfortunate timing. I should have ran over there to grab it.
Yeah, but we were not in a condition to survive that run.
No, we weren't. Not that we're in condition to survive anything right now.
How about town portaling to Whitecap? Or did we do that?
We have not gone to any city other than Freehaven, Mist, New Serpical, and Castle Ironfist.
Okay, then...
Oh, and Dragon's Hand.
We could try Blackshire or Whitecap.
Yeah.
They might genuinely be safer.
Or Silver Cove.
Or Silvercoat.
We have 2 archers in the party. Let's go to Whitecap.
Okay. Don't drink.
Right. Those are already moving around. What are you?
Drakes.
Okay. Whitecap might be a little difficult for us. More drakes. Does that mean that we have Kriegspire's loadout?
Don't know yet.
There's stables in Whitecap, aren't there? Or is it the other section that has the stables?
Yeah, there are stables. You're right nearby them, I think.
The dragons are looming. Yep, there they are.
And there's a gate master in the house in the
Yes.
stables.
That is one of the few actual, always constant gate masters.
That's a Dune reference.
Mm-hmm. Of House Harkonnen. I get that reference now. I definitely didn't get it when I was playing Magic 6 the first time. Okay. So we have a Drake problem. In our current state, there's no way in hell we can survive here.
No, we don't.
I'm actually thinking about loading and going someplace else.
That's fair. But then we don't get the horseshoes you just picked up.
Yeah, that's true. But we also have no money and no way of getting money here. Because I don't think we can survive fighting even energy drakes. And energy drakes are weak for drakes. Or for dragon-likes.
Yeah, that's slowed. And let's try Blackshire.
Let's try Blackshire. No, not dismiss. Blackshire.
Castaway's right.
There we go. I mean, I knew we would be safe standing here in Blackshire. That was a special well, I remember.
Yeah, I think it was either poison or stone.
Cut purses.
This might be Misty Islands then.
This might be Misty Islands. We can take on cut purses. Oh, this is weird. I can hear the audio coming from your bone conduction headphones. Finally, places that we can fight. Admittedly, we need to rest before we do too much fighting, but... Large amount of cut purse style enemies.
Okay. What about the temple that's usually full of Medusas? That usually has air elementals around it. What does it have now?
Well, first let's take a quick peek in here.
Yeah.
Lair of the Wolf has...
Where are we?
Remember, you don't have any perception, so don't go.
I'm not gonna try. Keep forgetting that Torchlight is awful at low level.
Yeah.
Thought it was the second. Archers.
This sounds like outdoors music, so I'm thinking maybe it's Whitecap.
Anyway, I'm reloading because I got knocked unconscious. Yeah, that sounds like Whitecap's music. Which would mean Archer, Magyar, something. That was the area with Lord Kilborn's shield, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Archers are the other one here. Cut Purse Archer. What's Cut Purse Archer? I'm going to a tavern to rest.
Yeah.
Or maybe I should just level up instead.
How about some training?
Oh, that's right, I don't have money. Keep forgetting about the
Yeah.
lack of money. Where's the... There they are.
Where does the couch go? Couch go today? Because sometimes it goes to Kriatyrr.
It goes nowhere today.
Hi, come on in.
Ugh. So damn expensive.
You can afford it, and it's kind of worth it.
See you in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Yeah,
shrine,
that's the shrine
magic.
of...
Yep.
Yep. That's magic resistance. Right? Yeah. Because there isn't a magic stat. I'm hoping our dishwasher's not audible on this. Forget just how much of Blackshire is nothing in it.
Yeah.
Like, no enemies, no anything.
I don't remember the schedule of the circus.
Nor do I. Archers in that direction. Cut purses that way. That's right, the third enemy type isn't until you cross to the other side.
Mhm.
So the archers are the ones that replace the whatchamacallit?
Air elementals.
Yeah,
And the cut purses
Czar the Wolves.
replace the werewolves.
And Isung is having fun bumping into things again. The nice part about the cut purse line is that none of them have ranged attacks. Which means I can just kite them around if needed. Which I am about to do. Because I am squishy. So I don't want to have too many in melee at once. Anybody else currently injured? No. Cut purses don't hurt that bad, at least. But where has archers and cut purses? There we go. We actually killed stuff, and I got a dagger. Long dagger, and more dagger. Blood dagger, definitely better than what you were using. Oh, shadow dagger, better than blood dagger. Shadow daggers are enchantable, aren't they?
No.
Oh, it's the next stage up above that. Ah, your armor's broken. Well, can't do anything about it
He's
right now.
using a club. Can he use a dagger?
He has no weapon proficiency other than bow.
Okay.
Well, that was definitely not worth it, even though nice items, but two people dead.
That mace, though.
Just a Mace of Wonder. And ultimate boots. But two people dead.
Yeah.
And I can't afford to resurrect to raise dead at anybody. Yeah, I don't think we can do this. Which also means Lord Kilborn's shield, or whatever item ends up there, is going to be a problem. Isin? We can kill things on the outside, at least. And that might give us enough money to level up, where we can do things like that. Come on. I'm gonna switch you back to just using arrows, because you actually have a bow now. And everybody else is too far. Would you mind checking up on my kitty cats? Hi! This is probably completely unexpected. Yeah. So, this is far in the past for us at this point. We've recorded like 11 other episodes of this by this point. But unfortunately, there seems to be a glitch when it comes to these lovely bone conduction headsets and the microphone. Namely, if either one of our headsets goes out of range, like for instance, you just heard me tell Kriatyrr to check up on my cat, it has a chance of dropping the microphone. And we didn't notice for 2 episodes. Then it did it again later. So,
Well,
yep, it's commentary time, and, well, we're just shooting. We're just clearing things out in BLACKSHIRE. I don't know what commentary to even say at this point.
we just have the worst luck with technology in these things.
There's something in every series.
I mean, it's not like I haven't had entire silent episodes as well.
Yep. I mean, I've done an entire silent Let's Play.
Unintentionally?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, it wasn't completely silent. I had game audio. Yeah, the microphone wasn't recording the entire time. And it wasn't a long series or anything. It was for FTL, so it was probably maybe 2 hours.
That's not too bad.
Yes, but it was a really good run, and I wanted an example and commentating as to how I did it, and yeah. So it looks like we're incredibly poor at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
I just noticed how little money we have. Relying on the Temple of Ba in order to heal, because it's
cheap.
cheap. Yep. 2 gold for normal healing, and is it 6 for status effects?
For simple status effects.
Yeah. I don't know how much it is for insanity, because I've never gone to the Temple of Ba while insane. I don't know if they'd bother treating you.
Maybe they can't treat it just like they can't treat death.
No, I'm pretty sure they can. I think it's stone dead and eradicated that they can't.
Pretty sure they can do stoned.
Kitties. So, what you currently can't see at the moment is Isun immediately to Kriatyrr's left. Currently sitting on top of our cat pillar.
Isun! Yowling as if it's being attacked when
That's because Zone is down below us. In the cone of shame. Isun is still... Well, let's see. When
it's
was
being a bit of a drama queen right now.
A bit. That's an understatement. So this video was recorded on the 29th of May, 2025, for those that are not watching in this year. For reference, it is currently the 3rd. So it's only been 4 days. We've just recorded a lot of videos.
Yes, because it's so fun to play.
And I actually had time off this past weekend.
And then all of the bullshit started happening.
Yeah. Yeah. So, this was... We were recording this before we had the area
Mind
behind us clear.
minimizing so I can actually see what's going
Yeah,
on.
that would help. It's the chest again. I knew it was the chest without even looking. So we're actually watching a re-rendered playback of the video that I recorded. That way we can actually commentate as things go on. But at the moment, we're just clearing out BLACKSHIRE. I even have notes as to what we were doing. So I can keep up on the highlights. One thing, and this is something that we're about to do, in fact, was Kriatyrr had mentioned that you might be able to revive from the dead for Temple of Ba. I didn't think so, so I hit the chest, died, went to the Temple of Ba, and went, nope, I'm still dead. All of that nifty stuff, and the trap just hasn't finished going off yet, because we paused time when we open boxes. And then everybody's not so great. Now, something that I wanted to note is that if I ever actually do a speed run of the randomizer, that I should probably try to get to BLACKSHIRE as fast as possible. Because of the sheer number of items in BLACKSHIRE.
Yeah, like the statuette chest.
Because that's 5 unique items that are all randomized. And that could be enough to win the game on its own. I mean, what? There's only... Let's see, how many items are actually required to win the game? According to my little overlay, that's probably below where I'm putting this window, it's a blaster, Cloak of Ba, Third Eye, Control Cube, and the 4
Memory crystals.
memory crystals. Do you actually even need... Yes, you need the memory crystals because otherwise you can't enter the control center, so you can't get blaster proficiency. So you can't possibly win. The cloak is required in order to enter
The
Supreme Temple of Ba,
which has one of the memory crystals in it, typically.
but it doesn't necessarily have to. But you need the cloak in order to be able to finish the, to get access, to drive away Slicker Silvertongue.
Not sure I follow.
Humphrey gives you the cloak saying that Slicker had it in his belongings, that whole foolish Ba thing. And once you finish the Superior Temple of Ba, that's when Slicker runs away, bees all dramatic, and allows you through to the council. Or, assuming everybody else in the council has already said yes, allows you through to the Oracle. You can't actually get to the Oracle until you've finished Slicker Silvertongue's thing. And in order to start it, you need the cloak.
Humphrey gives you the cloak and says that he may have been influenced by them.
Right.
Like, so you go to the Supreme Temple of Ba on the pretense of finding a cure for whatever affliction
Yep.
he has.
Superior, but yeah. Supreme is the...
Oh yeah, that's Hermit's Isles.
Yep. I blame...
But that's the one he's in.
Yes. That's where he runs away to after
Yeah.
you boot him out.
Supreme Superior.
Yeah, that one is totally New World Computing's fault.
So easy to confuse those two, and
Yep.
does the Temple of Ba in Castle Iron Fist even have an adjective?
No. It's just Temple of Ba.
Because the one in New Sorpigal is abandoned.
Right. Oh, hey, look. We're going to do the statuette thing now. So we pick up the quest from Twylin.
Twillin? I always imagined... Yeah,
I'm not sure.
it is a double L.
Yep, and there's 5 items in here. In this case, we have the Control Cube, Statuette, Sacred Chalice, which is required for the the High Priest promotion, a page from Agyar's Journal, which is a useless quest item, and the High Cleric's Key, which is one of the 2 keys in the Temple of Ba, or Superior Temple of Ba. So confusing.
There was the High Sorcerer's Key or something?
Yeah,
Warlock?
it's from a warlock, but it's the High Sorcerer's Key.
So only one of the 5 or 6 statuette. Yep, it was 5.
5. Because it's 5 items, so it has to be 5
Mm-hmm.
statuettes. And I remember us talking about the fact that I thought there were only 4 statuettes. And yeah, there's 5.
Yeah, there's Bear, Dragon, then Wolf.
Eagle is one of them, I think.
Vulture. Was it? No.
It's a bird of some variety.
A bird.
Yep.
Any bird.
And was it serpent, the last one?
No.
No, I'm mixing up the symbols in Skyrim. Right. Looks like we're going mountain climbing and doing more stuff with the southern...
And Wizard Eye is out.
Yep. How long does it take for me to notice?
Or me to notice and tell you.
Yeah, that's more likely to happen. I get very focused on the main battle area whenever I'm in combat, and I don't notice when spells expire. I don't know if you've noticed how oblivious I am to anything that's not in the main area. The reason why I try to keep Torchlight and Wizard Eye at the same duration, because I'll notice Torchlight going out. Yeah, I think I was just trying to look at my inventory to identify stuff. Am I going for the chest? I'm going for the chest. Oh, foolish me. I mean, it has really nice loot in it, to be fair. We do pick up the loot later on, but not this video.
And we still don't have Wizard Eye.
We're also still quite poor.
Yeah, but it doesn't cost anything to cost Wizard Eye.
Like, cost 1 MP
Yeah.
or SP. Someday I will actually remember the correct unit of magic for Might and Magic. That's definitely not in any of the other videos. I keep calling it Magica or Magic or MP. Hunting followers of
I
law.
think this is when we noticed
Yep.
there's no Wizard Eye.
I think you're right.
Because we got hit by arrows.
Yes. Yep.
And you have that lovely mouse pointing up glitch.
Yep. It's not even that it's a glitch. It's just the way that Linux handles the mouse cursor. So what's actually happening is that when you have mouse look enabled in any game, this isn't just the modern version Might Magic 6 or anything, your mouse is still moving around the screen, and it's just using the relative position compared to where it started at, basically. Like, in Windows, it usually locks the actual mouse cursor to the center of your screen. In this case, what it's doing is that it's keeping track as to where the mouse cursor is, and then every so often it will realize where the mouse cursor is and look straight up. I'm almost certain that's what's actually going on. It's kind of hard to tell.
Oh, we've nearly doubled our wealth.
Yes. It's still next to nothing. We are still lay poor.
You could find that in some people's couches.
I'm pretty sure the first sewer grate we hit in Freehaven sewers had more money than that. I think we were commenting at this point about the lonely tavern that's sitting there. Is that the Last Chance Inn, or... I'm trying to remember the name of that place. I'm pretty sure we go to it after fighting this group. But, we were talking about if there was anything special in there, like an NPC in there or something like that. There isn't.
Yeah, it's just an unusually large amount of food can be purchased there.
I think the only place higher might be Paradise Valley. I know that one's the highest. I just don't know if there's another one in between. Kriatyrr, maybe?
Are we still using first aid as healing? At
Yes.
This point?
Yes, we are.
You've been complaining about that the entire time.
Yes. Because it's an awful, awful spell. There's a reason why they got rid of it in Might Magic 7. Because it heals like 5 hit points of damage. As opposed to Cure Wounds, which is still really bad for a healing spell, but at least it's 5+2 per skill level. So it ever goes up. Yeah, because I think we might still be like level 3 or 5 or something like that at this point.
And no wonder those chests are killing us then.
Yep. Yep. That's where we... I forgot to look at the name of the inn. Oh well. I don't feel like stopping. But... Go ahead.
No.
I was going to say, by the way, if anybody is trying to do something similar to what I'm doing, like playing through the randomizer or anything like that, I highly recommend going to mm6.wiki. They have really good maps and descriptions of everything. Like, detailed descriptions as to the lore behind a dungeon and all of the enemies that you can find within.
I poured my
Yes, you did.
into the wrong glass.
Yep. Now you're going to have tea-flavored water.
No, it's... This is just glass.
Yes,
If
not
it
double
had
walled.
been... If it had been cold, it might have shattered.
Yes.
Now this is tempered glass.
Which is more capable of withstanding extremes in heat. Might you describe where these classes came from?
They came from the ice cream van.
So,
They had gelato in them.
yep.
Delicious, delicious licorice.
We have a large number. We call them our goblets. We
They
have
are
a,
goblets.
Yep, they are goblets. We have a fairly large number of them.
Because I really like the gelato.
Yep. I actually don't, but that's okay. But we have one main use for them. The cats love drinking water from them.
We call
Because-
it goblet water.
For the goblins.
Yes, and they feel so fancy when they drink from glass.
And who started this?
Me.
Who spoiled my cats into not drinking from other drinking vessels?
Me. I just want them to have nice things.
And that's fine, except they stopped drinking from their fountains at that point.
Because they're stupid.
Ooh, we have 4 digits on money. I think this might be the point that I decided to leave and go back to heal. Because, you know, I'm a little wounded.
Yeah, of course we don't have Water Master
Yep.
yet. But we
al-
do have Tim.
We do have Tim. We also don't have any good offensive spells. I remember. If I remember correctly, our best offensive spell at this point might actually, well, not counting sparks. I think our best offensive spell is actually Flame Arrow right now.
We don't even have Ice Bolt.
No. We didn't get that until after we went back to Mist. So, it looks like we're going toward Lord Kilborn's shield. Or what would normally be Lord Kilborn's shield.
Yep, I see the chest.
Yep.
And this is gonna take a while shooting all of those
Oh, yeah.
women with their
Painted
clothing painted on.
Yes. It was I don't remember which video I made the comment, or that you initially made the comment about that not being possible with a textile.
Yes, like fabric doesn't drape that way. You'd need to be like vacuum sealed in your clothing to have that effect.
And that's when I kind of just looked at it closely and went, it actually looks like body paint.
Yeah, it does.
It actually, if it was body paint, it would actually look almost exactly like that. All of a sudden, my headset just said battery high for no reason. I mean, we're still recording on microphone. I can tell that. And it just reconnected audio. My headphones just crashed and rebooted.
Okay.
Whatever.
Oh.
And you need to take your meds.
Yeah. Well,
I can wait.
snooze.
Yep. We have about a half an hour left, so. Oh, we broke stuff. Oh, right! This is before we got anything dealing with repair item more than one rank.
Yeah.
Aha.
To be fair, it takes a very long time for me to bother putting points into repair item.
Yeah, I typically go for that fairly early on, but I have taken a page from your book and just hire a scholar instead of investing
Oh, yeah.
in
That's
ID
a
item.
lot easier.
I mean, later when I'm high level, I just buy the skill because it's not that many points.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, it is many points.
Right. I mean, 5% of my money, yeah, that's a little expensive, don't get me wrong. But
The convenience.
yeah, the fact that I don't, that's right. We have a deck of Fate sitting there. Which I proceeded to ask you to look up to see
Yeah.
what, because the way the deck of Fate works and the way the magic lamps work in Might Magic 7 and 8 is it's based off of, what you get is based off of the month,
And day.
and the power of what you get is based off of the day, and the drawback to what you get is based off of the day of the week.
Yeah.
So, like, do not ask the gods to work on Sundays.
Basically, yeah.
If I remember right, Sunday is Eradication Day, Saturday is Dead Day.
No,
Fridays.
they're just stoned and eradicated, I think.
I thought it was Stone Dead Eradicate, but this
Yeah.
is not something I have memorized. Oh, hey, look, we died.
Okay.
This isn't something that I have memorized. Oh, we tried to
Well,
open.
I looked it
Lord
up.
Kilburn's
The
shield.
month is the same as the pilgrimage, so
Yep.
might in January. And plus, the boost to your stat is based on what week of the month it is.
Yeah.
And then certain weekdays have bad side effects.
I could have swore there was a month that gave you skill points, though.
I mean, there's what, 7 stats? And how many resistances?
4 in this game.
Isn't it 5?
No, it's 4. It's
How about some
fire,
trade?
cold, electricity,
Okay.
Magic?
magic.
Okay.
No, poison,
okay.
you're right. It's 5.
Yeah. And 5 and 7 makes 12.
Yep.
So, no, there's no
Nope.
month up for skill
Maybe
points.
that's just in Might Magic 7 and 8 with the magic lamps. And you're right, I'm looking it up now. And, however, I am correct, it is Stone Dead Eradicate.
Okay.
And because every month has 28 days in Might Magic 6, it's easy to tell
That's why the solstice is on the 20th.
Yep. Although if they did that, if it was Earth, oh, I was reading Agira's journal. If it was Earth, you would actually have 13 months instead of 12 months.
But it's not Earth.
No. I can't remember the name of the actual planet now. There is one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I ever knew.
It's not mentioned in Might Magic 6 or 7. It might be mentioned in 8, and I think it's mentioned in one of the Heroes of Might Magic games. So,
Is 9 playable?
yes, with fan patches. But 9 isn't on the same planet. So,
Yeah.
Heroes of Might Magic 1 is the first game in this planet.
Oh, so the previous Might and Magics were on another planet again?
Yes, sort of. I might as well talk about it because it's not like we have much to talk about commentary-wise right now. So Might Magic 1 is on one Varn. As in one of the world, like one of the generation ships. Might Magic 2 and 3, or sorry, 1 and 2 are on generation ships. I believe they're on separate ones, but they link together. 3 is on Terra. 4, 5, and 5.5, for lack of a better way of phrasing it, is on Zine, which is another world ship. If you install Might Magic 4 and Might Magic 5 on the same hard drive, you actually get a third scenario that links the two games together. So it's effectively one giant game. Heroes of Might Magic 1 happens first, then it's Heroes 2 and Might Magic 6 happen at the same time. Then Heroes 3 and Might Magic 7 happen at the same time.
In Heroes 2, you play as either Roland or Archibald Ironfist.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, 2
So
happens
that-
right before 6. It's
Yeah.
3 that happens at the same time as this, because 3 happens in Wraithia. That's why Catherine's not here. It's because Catherine's busy dealing with Heroes of Might Magic 3. Heroes of Might Magic 4 happens after Might and Magic 8.
Have
if I
I
remember
ever
right.
played Heroes 4?
I haven't.
I don't think I have.
I have barely played any of the Heroes games. And if I remember right, in one of the expansions at the end of Heroes 4, or it might be the end of Heroes 5, the planet blows up.
Oh,
Yep, it's gone. Might and Magic 9 has some of the refugees from Might and Magic, from this planet.
yeah.
Specifically,
Yeah, I think I just saw that on the wiki that Nikolai Ironfist
Yes.
is...
Nikolai Iron Fist is still alive.
Yeah.
That's about it, though. I mean, to be fair, there's a sizable time skip. I mean, it's not that large if Nikolai's still alive, but it's still, you know, decades.
Yeah, he's not an annoying kid anymore.
No,
Is he an annoying adult, though?
maybe. I never played enough Might and Magic 9 to find out.
Yeah.
Someday I will actually play Might and Magic 9. I know that fan content have restored... I finally noticed Wizard Eye was out again. I know that fan content restored a good chunk of the game. It is fully playable now. Most of the glitches have been removed. It's just that it's a very empty game because they never finished large swaths of the game. Might and Magic 9 is what made 3DO go under. And then Might and Magic 10 has absolutely nothing to do with the entire rest of the series.
They made a 10
Yes.
after the fiasco of 9.
Much further after, and the they is a different company. The world famous and everybody loves them video game producers of Ubisoft. They made a Might and Magic 10. It is a generic fantasy RPG. I think from what I've heard, there's not even a class system. It has nothing to do with the rest of the games. But in Might Magic 7, You actually, the people that come in from, like, the ancients that come ashore, those are actually the party from Might and Magic 3.
This place just doesn't feel
Like, the names of each of the characters... Oh, we actually went into the temple. This is where I try to figure out and find out cannibals. What was it with games of... or RPGs of that time period and... having some very racist caricatures of Africa. 'Cause it was definitely not just Might and Magic.
Yeah, and with the followers of Ba and the Cut Curses, I made the comment that you sure kill a lot of black and brown people in this game.
Yep.
At least the archers are white.
The priests are white. Of
Yeah.
Ba.
Yeah, of course, because they're higher ranking.
That one I'm pretty sure is just an unfortunate implication.
Uh-huh.
This, on the other hand, is just racism. And a lot of games at the time did this.
Yeah.
Like, crap. What
This-
is the, Forgotten Realms thing like this? I'm trying to remember now. It's the place with dinosaurs. Is it Cholt? I think it's Cholt. Does the same thing with having roving bands of cannibals that just happen to be darker skinned colored.
Yeah, I never got into that section of the Forgotten Realms.
I've only done that as an adult. Because I had played through one of the D&D video games. Can't remember the name now. But they shove you into Cholt. I think it's Cholt at least. I might be confusing the
Yeah.
location.
To get a map
Yep.
or something.
Anyway. So this is an interesting dungeon because normally those, like, the single person in a room is normally a peasant. And this dungeon also happens to have 3 enemy types plus a boss type. This is the only dungeon in the game that I know of that the boss type is different from any of the enemy types. To be fair, though, one of the enemy types only has a single one of them in the entire dungeon. And we're about to see what the replacement is. Because in this case, we have 2 different types of cannibals. Oh yeah, the spot that I stepped on is a poison trap. So you take damage when you walk across it. And I just noticed that Kriatyrr and I had a conversation about it at this point. We've got treasure chests that... Oh, this party is not good at taking treasure chests. Not that it's going to stop me, of course. I know me. Yep, there's the game save. Except that these aren't trapped.
Aha!
Kriatyrr informing me that the Dark Hammer is in fact enchantable.
You always doubt me.
It's not that I'm doubting you, it's that I don't remember. Like, it's supposed to be based off of the value of the item, but it never seems to work that way. Because there are certain items that are higher in value that aren't enchantable.
Yeah, like the fine ring, or no, the second tier of ring.
Yeah.
Isn't that worth
sparkling? Yeah, it's worth 300.
300, but it's not enchantable.
Yep.
Aha!
I mean, I've even seen the game files enough to be able to know it's literally just a checkbox. Is this enchantable? Yes, no.
How much is the killer club worth?
Was it 150?
Aha!
I know it's below value. Or below the
Threshold.
normal threshold.
Ah. Aha!
Yeah, that one's worth 400 and it's not enchantable.
Mm-hmm.
You pretty much just have to memorize it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
getting
I forgot we were...
upgrade.
Club upgrade!
How trash equipment back
Oh, yeah.
here.
I mean, we're equipping regular leather boots.
And it's significantly increasing our armor.
Yes. Oh. Were we still level 1 at this point?
I think we might be.
Because, like, do we have any skill above basic outside of what? No, we didn't even spend any horseshoes until later. And Isin is trying to clean himself, except while wearing the cone.
He's just licking the cone.
Yeah. Cats. You could be visible on camera if you want to, Isin. Come on over, Isin. You can see him with his cone. Yes. Normally, this is a gold dragon. In this case, it's a lizard wizard. Slightly less intimidating.
And that's when we figure out that this is Bootleg Bay.
Yep. And
Careful.
I think this might be also when you figured out that the music is the hint.
Yeah, that the music matches the...
Mm-hmm.
I think we had that theory early on because news article is Sweetwater.
Yes.
And
But this is the point where it was, okay, this is not just randomization. Because, you know, it could randomly be that music. But they're definitely keeping the music with the...
consistent with the monsters.
Yep. Which I approve of. It gives a nice slight spoiler. And when you start hearing the Sweetwater music, you start dreading. Oh, I just had the most horrible idea. Swapping Sweetwater and Dragon Sand. Just the sheer density of enemies. Or alternately, Sweetwater and Castle Iron Fist. Where all of the devils are out in the open in a giant field that is right next to the town, which means that they can meteor swarm you.
While you're going about your business.
Yes. Oh. We don't actually go say hi to Q at this point.
No.
I think we need... Oh, that's right. We're out of MP for healing. That's why. Oh, we do have Water Walk.
Yes, you were just trying to save your MP.
Yeah, but we only have Water Walk and Enchant Item for Water Magic. So yeah, we don't have any good offensive spells then, other than Sparks. I'm not even certain we have Sparks. Oh right, Might Magic 6 doesn't have the indicator indicating that Torchlight is up. They only added that in 7. Zone's currently scratching a scratching post off to the side. Gotta love it when you save in an elevator room and it doesn't save the state of the elevator, so you just fall. Does this make sense? I often wonder if someday we're going to see a remake of the Might and Magic games. Because they are actually fairly ripe for a remake. It wouldn't be that hard to do, theoretically. Like, it's nowhere near as hard as the Oblivion remake would have been.
I still need to play that.
It's on sale at the moment.
Yeah, not a huge percentage, but
No.
20 or something?
Yeah. It's down to a normal price of, like, 500 Norwegian kroner.
Yeah, and I was planning to replay Oblivion when it was announced.
And released on the same day.
And I had been replaying Nerim, so... every time after playing Nerium and going back to Oblivion, it's like, oh, I miss all the Ice Claw. For those that you don't haven't played Nerium or Enderal, Ice Claws are mushrooms you find that increase your carrying capacity by 1. And there's like a few hundred of them throughout the entire world. So, happy hunting.
Yep. It's kind of like the equivalent of finding Nirnroot in Oblivion.
Well, they don't increase your carrying.
No, but it's
they're like Korok leaves in Breath of the Wild.
Yes, that's a much more direct comparison. I was more thinking in terms of they're just scattered around the world and there's a like constant number of them. They never respawn.
Yeah.
So Isun is pretending to be klutzier than he really is while he's wearing the Cone of Shame. The reason why I say pretending is that he's klutzier with his hind legs, which are completely unimpeded by the cone. Like, his stitches aren't even affecting his legs. So, yeah. I don't get it. We have so many spears from this. And they're all garbage. So much garbage. Wonder what the randomizer for Might Magic 7 is like. 'Cause it's the same randomizer that handles both games. You just tell it which game that you want it to randomize. Like, randomizing the monsters in the dungeon, yeah, whatever. That's easy enough, although that might quickly turn into a really interesting situation when it comes to, like, Celeste. I don't know how that would work, but okay. I'm just thinking the random items and so on. We're going to say hi to Q, who is actually Q. I think this is when we figured out that all of the boss monsters in the game are not randomized. So any, like, unique named creature or anything like that does not get randomized.
We're dead.
We're dead.
No eternity lies.
Okay.
I love the fact that the NPCs die, but the child we rescued doesn't.
Yeah.
We're still dead. The game just hasn't realized that we're dead yet.
No
You just
return.
wanted to know what those were.
Yep.
I don't know.
Cannies. And that's when I remembered that the NPCs are dead.
Yeah. Is it?
I decided that Q is a silly person and left at this point.
And then we go kill Q, but then that entire episode had to be scrapped for reasons.
Yes. Cannies.
Hey!
Isun is also being grumpy today. Zone is not actually bothering Isun at the moment. It's more that Zone wants to be nearby. Like, Zone isn't even facing Isun at the moment. But yeah, we ended up killing Q.
And he
Drops a random item
Yeah, he dropped the dragon fang that you get.
for normally killing Longfang.
Long fang witherhide?
Yeah. I was thinking Longhide Witherfang, but no, I'm pretty sure you're right. Which is completely useless for us because we still haven't found Melody Silver, the first promotion quest target. So, since we found the Longfang's claw from Q, that means that the Horn of Ross is elsewhere.
So we decided, hey, let's see if we can get the Horn of Frost before fighting Q and actually see how many hit points he has.
Not that I couldn't just look at the file in the game, but
That's cheating.
exactly. Somebody in the comments was actually asking about how the randomizer works and if it's possible to randomize certain things. So the randomizer that I'm using for this, I think it's literally called Might Magic Randomizer, it only allows you to randomize monsters, items, and music, and
We have the music
quest
option
NPCs. Yeah.
turn off.
Well, we have the randomized music turned on. I think that's why it's matching the...
No, the music randomizer is optional.
Oh yeah, the music randomizer is optional. So I'm guessing if you turned it off, it would just be the normal music for each of the towns and each of the dungeons. That's boring. I prefer it matching monsters. And then I created the script that handled starting stuff, but you can absolutely modify a lot more files than that in Might Magic. So there are two major Might Magic mods. The first one is a total conversion mod that turns Might Magic 6 into a completely different game, similar to Narum is a total conversion mod of Oblivion. And also, there's the Might Magic Trilogy mod, which takes Might Magic 6 and 7 and shoves it into Might Magic 8 as one giant game. I don't even know why Yasun's whining at this point. I think he just wants to sit there.
Yeah.
But I have played some of the... There's nothing out there.
I don't see anything, but Sony's very intent on looking outside.
Yep. Maybe there's a small bird in the tall grass. Ooh, that was a big jump. The Might Magic Trilogy mod, which I have actually played a little bit of, allows you to go between Inroth, Erathia, and Jadam. So you can play any of the quests in the game in any order that you want. You can be any of the classes in the game. You could be a dragon in Roth if you wanted to be. It's a really interesting mod. It is horribly unbalanced.
If you're a dragon in Enroth, do the dragon towers still shoot at you even after you adjust them to?
No. They did not do anything like that. They should have, but that would be more effort than it's worth. This is not lore accurate.
But
Given how many years there are between the games, this is not lore accurate.
no.
What, it's 20 years between Might Magic 6 and Might Magic 8?
Oh.
Because,
And we found...
oh yeah, we found Sherry. You know, Sherry who, I mean, at least her text is still relevant for where she got found at, but it's usually a manual that you need to rescue from cannibals. And Sherry is being held by the Shadow Guild?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're gonna try to open the chest and found out that
But-
they're not actually trapped.
Yes. And this is actually a good quest reward for us. This is our first set of good items. Like, I'm pretty sure that ring alone is probably more valuable than all the rest of our equipment combined.
Ah, this will be useful.
Yep.
All right.
Ash gets the crown. Yep. With the club.
Aha.
And the cloak of can't tell if it's broken. I'm so glad they did not make a cloak of that color in the other games. And then check the other chest, and we get our first decent bow, which we can't enchant yet, but we will. Yep. And my grandmother's calling. I will call her back
Okay.
after we're done. A perfect ring of defense. Items that are just +2 some type of stat go up to 25 at maximum. So
And only up to 12 if you enchant them yourself.
Yep. It's a half power enchantment, basically. For some reason, I got into my head that there was a hidden room there.
Not that there's
Any space for it, yeah. And that's where I remembered, oh right, there's a trap here. And then died.
Someone heal me.
Because not only is there a teleporter trap there, there's also a poison tile trap again. And we have very few hit points. It takes me an embarrassing amount of time to figure this out. I think I was tired by the end of this video. And we still recorded another one after this. That's the reason why episode 3 and episode 4 are glitched. it's because we recorded another one immediately after this, so we didn't notice the lack of microphone input. Yep, there's the email for the voicemail from my grandmother. Anyway, I keep trying to go up this ramp for some reason, even though I don't need to. Finally get the bright idea to quick save after killing the random enemy. Then I try to jump up to avoid that square and succeed. This is the point where I also notice, oh right, the ice bolt stopped going across.
I think it's Ice Blast, actually.
I think you're right, it is Ice Blast. So I start looting and then remembered, oh right, poison tile.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, it does shatter at the end.
At the end, so...
Yep. I think I just say, oh, screw it, and finish looting. An enchanted crown. Other unenchanted crown. It's kind of sad that the lore says...
And then that one was...
Yes. And then I see the contents of it, say screw it, reload, and ignore it. I think I only grab the one that isn't trapped because it actually has good loot. It is sad that the lore of the game says that certain items can hold better enchantments than others, and there is nothing in the game that does so. Like, the only difference between a Regal Crown and an Almighty Crown is the value. And also how easily one breaks over the other. They actually have hit point values. It's just that the game ignores them. It does a priority list instead. It'll be like, I break a weapon. What is the weakest weapon to break? Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this, Internet. We're stopping at this point because it's been an hour. I can tell. Hey, look, we can kill things. And that's the end of the video. Hope you've enjoyed this, and talk to you next time. Bye!